We're about to start. The lights are about to go green. Carlos stays in first place in the LMP2 starting here. Martin Jacobs in the GT3s. We are just waiting for the drivers to get going. The lights are green. Kyle Westhuizen goes. He keeps first place. We're watching him very, very closely. Let's see the action go as they go into turn 1. He safely gets to turn 1. No one is challenging him right now. Let's watch Mario Senecal now as he goes around the corner and he gets hit, unfortunately, and goes off. That looks like Mario Senecal, and is that Jaco Coetzee, David Schouten? There's quite a few people involved in this. Gary van der Haas still in the pits. Patrick in the pits. Johan Coetzee is right at the back. Mario Senecal has now recovered. David Schouten. It looks like it was David Schouten and Mario Senecal that were in an incident there. Back to the front, we got Martin Jacobs and Johan Blugnoot in the GT3 class. There are only 7 LMP2s in the front. Kyle Westhuizen has kept his lead. Isham Domingo right behind him. Andre Serodio. The teammates going together. David van Wyk in 4th place. Yannick Michler in 5th. Christoph Peterson in 6th. And Johan Erasmus in 7th at the moment in the LMP2s. Very, very, very rough start to the race here. It's going to be quite tough. And the strategy is going to be very, very important here for everyone. Are they going to change tires? Are they going to keep the tires? Are they going to try and stick it out? It is 2 times tires and 2 times fuel. But with wet weather like this, you can actually save quite a bit of fuel. There is a yellow flag on track. Was it one of the LMP2s again? Looks like it. There's a lot of traffic on track at the moment. Mario Senecal now, he is struggling. Looks like he did get into trouble somehow. He's now amongst all of the GT3s. He has to make his way through here. Oh no, is that Ari Venter? Did he get knocked or something, or was that just a loss of control? I'm not sure. He's got African Tsotsi right in front of him. Massive, massive accident that happened in the beginning of the race there. Alan Patterson is now... Is he been disqualified? Is that a DQ? I wonder what happened there. We've got Kyle Oosthuizen in 1st place. He's now 3.8 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. Andre Serodio in 2nd place. He's overtaken Isham Domingo at some point. That means Isham probably had an incident somewhere. I'm sad I didn't get to see that. David van Wyk now in 4th place. I am watching the intervals. There is quite close racing here. All over the track. Johan is on Martin's rear. Is he gonna make a move into turn 1? No, he's just being patient. He's got Jaco Coetzee coming up behind him as well in the LMP2. He's passing safely, it looks like, trying to get through the traffic. Trying to make his way back to the rest of the LMP2s. It looks like he's got Moat Musa right behind him. And Moat's got Estienne Pretorius breathing down his neck. And breathing down Estienne Pretorius' neck is Conor Bergstrom. And then we've got Johan Rousseau in 6th place in the BMW, thinking about surviving because the conditions are quite inclement. And who is that goes off in the background there? That's a BMW. I think it was Willie. Was that Willie? Oh, that's Willie. It shows you how bad the conditions are. It is really terrible. I hope he comes back onto the track safely. He does rejoin safely. Now he's in a very, very tight battle with Ari Venter here. Looks like Ari Venter will yield the place to him. Isham, also in Project Vapor, his first race tonight. He got substituted in. Oh no, and he goes off as I just said, first race back. Unfortunately loses the car as he goes around the corner. That is really unfortunate. He drops down to 5th place, rejoins the track safely this time. Very, very harsh conditions out there. Let's watch African Tsotsi now in a big battle here with Brian Langdon and Willie Lagrange in the red and white BMW. All of them going into the corner. 3 wide almost. Who's that on the side there? Is that number 77? It's a 4-way battle around and they do touch. Oh, and African Tsotsi goes off. That is really unfortunate. It is hard to race in the wet, guys. You need to be very careful. You need to be very aware of who is around you. This is you. You need to be very careful. That's very unfortunate. The stewards are going to be quite busy on Friday night. Richard van Deerde now in 14th place. Brian Langdon in 13th. It looks like the guys are struggling. I think Brian is now waiting for African Tsotsi to come back because I think it was maybe his fault that he hit African Tsotsi. There was definitely some paint that was exchanged between the two of them, and what a gentleman, sportsman-like move to give him the place back. Ari Venter now chasing down Rob van der Heever. He's about 0.3 seconds behind him, watching him. Rob van der Heever goes wide. Is Ari going to take advantage and go on the inside? Looks like he is taking a look here, going around the inside. Rob on the outside, closing off, defending quite well here. Ari trying to look to see if he can gain a place. He has to be patient, going into the last sector. I don't know if how many points he's got. I wish I could see. But Ari now chasing him down, catching the slipstream, hopefully going to do something here into turn 1. He gets the overtake done. Well done to Ari. I don't know if the place was taken or if the place was given, but that was well done either way. Looks like he took it very, very easily. He's now in 12th place. He will be chasing down Willie Lagrange. Johan VDV right behind him. Okay, let's get back to the action here. Johan is under attack from Willie. Let's look up and down the field here. Yeah, I shouldn't have given you a DQ. That's unnecessary. Darn it, man. And Kyle Oosthuizen is in first place. There's another yellow flag on track. This is Drive to Survive. Oh, unfortunately, Sham Domingo has gone off track here. Let's hope he can recover. I hope he didn't get too much damage, and I hope that he can put his head down and get the race done. This is a true test. We are only 11 minutes into the race, guys. 11 minutes into the race, and it's probably going to be one of the hardest races of the season. Perhaps I did think you were cutting the corner. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, and Isham goes off again. I am just going to save this man's dignity and jump over to another car, because I feel bad that I'm watching him. Is he going to go back to pits? Please don't go back to pits. Just keep going, buddy. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Let's watch Rob van der Heever now chasing down Ari Venter. They got a big battle happening here, it seems. He takes the place from Ari and goes right around him. Let's see if Ari takes the place back now. Doesn't look like it. I don't know if he's got damage. Looks like there's a lot of damage on his car. There's a lot of black on the front of the car, so there's absolute damage there. Looks like Isham is now into the pits. Is that going to be a retirement, or is it for repairs? Fun fact, last week we started with 14 LMP2s, only 7 finished. This week there are only 6 LMP2s left on track. This is not, it seems, an easy car to drive. People are really struggling to adjust in this competitive environment, in this multiplayer, highly competitive environment. But this is how we learn. This is the school fees that we pay. Everyone has to go through this process of understanding the nuances of the car, understanding where it's good, where it's bad. And unfortunately, having to do it on a wet track in this inclement weather is not easy. It's not easy at all. Kyle Oosthuizen now has a 19-second gap ahead of David van Wyk. Johan Erasmus now in 3rd place. Andre Serodio in 4th place. He has dropped down 2 places. Ari Venter in the beautiful Cadillac. Last week, I was calling this the Camaro the whole time. Nobody corrected me. I was just saying Camaro. But it's a Cadillac, bro. It's a Cadillac. It's Johan Rousseau in 7th. Oh, just sliding it over the crease. That's a keeper. No, he doesn't catch it. He does catch it. Well done to Johan Rousseau. Oh, my word. And he goes straight into the pits. That was quite a slide there, buddy. We should highlight that one. That was beautiful, actually. I want to watch that again. That was spectacular. Oh, someone is off. Is that Limburg's? That is Limburg's. He's back into the pits. Oh, no. Oh, he's a DNF. Another DNF. Brian Langdon also DNF. Jaco Kutsia DNF. Christoph Peterson, he is DNFing as well. David Shooten out. And Alan Patterson DQ. That unfortunate DQ. I'm so sorry. STM Peturo is now coming back onto track. Johan Rousseau now coming out of pits. I don't know if that was a pit stop for damage or tires or exactly what happened there. We got a big fight here between Martin and Johan. Let's just watch them. They also have to manage the traffic right behind them, which is Mario Senecal. Let's watch as Mario goes past them and tries to avoid not getting in the way of their battle. He has to pass them safely. It's his responsibility to do that. He goes by on the straight, goes into turn 1, also known as Primera. Heavy braking zone. It's downhill braking zone. Difficult in the wet. But he does it safely, even though it does go off track. We've got Martin Jacobs now, still in first place in the GT3. Barely holding on to the place. Johan has been breathing down his neck quite a bit, putting a lot of pressure, making his presence known in that rearview mirror of Martin Jacobs. And it is new, so people are still learning the braking distances. They're learning how it is to ride on the curbs. Weight conditions massively increases the mistake probability. As you can see, lots of people making mistakes. So yeah, this LMP2 rewards commitment, but Portimao really punishes hesitation. The GT3's power, 500 to 550 horsepower. Their strengths here, stability, traction, tire management is going to be hard for them here. Their weaknesses, vulnerable to the LMP2 traffic. That's always going to be hard, especially in Sector 1. But these cars do shine in mixed conditions. Drivers who survive the chaos will definitely inherit big positions. There's some tricky corners to look out for. Torre Vip is the one. Yeah, and then that last sector, going over the crest when you're managing that traffic, it's really hard. GT3 drivers here are racing the track and the mirrors. So yeah, the variable weather with a 60 to 70% chance of rain. They have to make those risky tire calls. Are they going to make it to the end with one set? Are they going to change? Last week at Spa, it did not pay off to try and go to the end with one tire. It did not work. Will that gamble pay off this week? I don't know. As we watch David van Wyk battling third place here, Mr. Erasmus. Or was that just an overtake? Or was that first place? Who is he battling? Is that an overtake? Is that a blue flag? Oh, it's not. It is a blue flag. I'm being an idiot. I'm so sorry. Who was he battling then? It looked like they were battling. Andres Rodeo very, very far back here. Almost a lap down on Kyle Westhuizen. Something bad must have happened. These weather conditions. Whew. Martin Jacobs and Johan Vlugnout. This is the closest race at the moment. They are going past. Are they lapping Richard van Heerden? Looks like they are. So in this case, the rule is very simple. It's F1 rules. If you are the car that's got the blue flag, you have to give way to the faster car in the same class. So it's very, very similar to F1. You have to give way. That is why Richard is doing that. He's giving way to the guys so that they can come through. It's not their responsibility to pass. I mean, they still have to pass safely, but it's on the driver that's being passed the blue flag to let them by. That's kind of the difference between the same class overtaking blue flag and the different class overtaking blue flag rule, where if it was the LMP2 going past the GT3, it's the LMP2's responsibility to get by safely. Another yellow flag on track. Where is that? Let's see if we can find it. Oh, it's Isham again. Let's see. Is there anyone going into pits? Willie Lagrange has gone into the pits and he has finished his pit stop. Let's see. Is there anyone else? Okay, wait. Darren's going into the pits now. 16 minutes left. I think this is probably just going to be a fuel up. Let's have a look. I wish I could see. And he's heading out of the pits. We now got Arifente in the box as well. That was quite a quick pit stop as well. Then, let's see. Is there anyone else coming into pits? I think, are the LMP2s going to come into the pits? Or do we think that they are going to... Johan Vlugnout now coming into the pits. Okay, that might be an undercut here. Let's watch him. Martin Jacobs still going around the track. So he's going to go for a few extra laps. Let's see how long this pit stop is. Conor Bergstrom coming in. Wout Musa coming in. Right behind him. But let's keep an eye on Johan Bluchnoot here. Tires and fuel. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Tires are seriously worn. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That did look like a longer pit stop. Right, Johan Bluchnoot. Back on track. 14 minutes left. Where does he come out? Conor Bergstrom in the box still. Gives him lights. Wout Musa still in the box as well. Looks like he's doing tires and fuel. Rob van Heerden now coming into the pits. Yep, that was quite a long pit stop. Johan Erasmus now in the box. LMP2, first LMP2 now in the box. He's currently in third place. Kyle and David are staying out on track at the moment. I wonder if they're going to try and push till the end. Johan Erasmus still in the pits. We've got African Tsotsi in the pits now. Rob van Heerden coming out of the pits. Johan Erasmus coming out of the pits. Okay, so looks like everyone is pitting. There's still some outliers on track. Martin Jacobs now the leader coming into the pits. Right. Has Johan done enough? Johan was about 2 seconds behind Martin Jacobs. Let's watch. Is he gonna change tires and fuel? Yeah, that is a longer. Oh, that is a short pit stop. That was not. Was that fuel and tires? I don't think that was fuel and tires. That did not look very long. Where does he come out? Yeah, he looks like he came out way ahead of Johan. Johan is still finishing the lap and Martin is already going through the first sector. So that was definitely only fuel and not tires. Johan now 14 seconds behind. So that means for the next 12 minutes, Johan is going to have probably better tires than Martin. And he's probably going to be chasing him down. So we got to keep an eye on that battle. Kyle Oosthuizen in first place in the pits now. Heading into the box. Mario Senecal also now coming into the pits. Beautiful livery. Let's keep an eye on Kyle Oosthuizen. He's the leader in the LMP2 at the moment. Over 30 races on track. We now only have 19. We only have 19 on track. That is really unfortunate. Oh, 20. Make that 20. Richard is back on track. Yay. That is awesome. Even though he's a lap behind. But as you can see, we've got quite a few DNFs. And it has been a dismal race for some people. Unfortunately. Kyle Oosthuizen now back on track. He is firmly still in first place. Closest pattern on track at the moment is Rob and Darren Miller here. Looks like Rob van der Heerden is going to try and make a move here into turn 1. Or is he going to stay patient? Nope, he stays patient. We got Andre Serodio now chasing down David van Wyk. He's only 2 seconds behind him. That's going to be a very interesting battle. He is closing in on him hardcore. So did David not change tires? And maybe Andre did this time around. Maybe he learned his lesson from last week and realized how hard these tires fall off. That's going to be an interesting battle. Johan Bluchnoot now only 10 seconds behind Martin Jacobs. We have to keep an eye on that. 6 minutes left. Is he going to be able to close the gap all the way to Martin? He's chasing down David van Wyk now. What are the lap times looking like between these two? What the heck? Andre is 3 seconds faster than him. What? Does David have damage? Must be, right? He must have damage or something is seriously wrong. Right, that gap is now 1 second. Let's watch Andre's perspective here. He's going to be chasing down David van Wyk as they're going into probably the 4th last lap of the race with 5 minutes left. So he's got 5 minutes. He's got 1.2 second gap. Is he going to be able to close the gap and make the overtake count? We got Johan still chasing down Martin Jacobs. Looks like the track is drying up quite a bit. I don't know if these tires are now overheating. I don't see spray on the track. So I don't know if there is a little bit of spray. So it looks like some sectors are dry and some sectors are still very wet. Andre now having to navigate traffic with... he is now going past the class leader here, Martin Jacobs. But while he's making his way past Martin Jacobs and trying to get past the BMW of Johan, he also has to look forward at David van Wyk. So now the fight is on. There's only a half a second between the two of them. Heading into this last sector now. He's going to be patient. Up the hill. Slowly down the hill. Is he going to do something into the hairpin? Let's see. Maybe he goes for the inside. He's very, very close. Does he make a move? Nope. Patient through the last sector. David van Wyk is defending with his life here. As they head into that last few turns. Now they head into the last turn over the crest as they go over Gulp here. Down the start-finish straight. Andre is not quite close enough to make a move yet. Let's see if he does. Is he going to make a move? He does have the slipstream. Is he going to look? This is the dry part of the track. The tires are overheating at this point. Traction is not great. He does not have enough space to make a move. So he has to wait. Maybe he has to wait till the track gets wet a little bit. Patience is key here. Patience is key. It's really hard to overtake in the wet. He's really just waiting for David to make a mistake. Now the track is getting a bit wet, so that means there's going to be a bit more traction for these wet tires. Yep, it looks like he's going to take the chance down the straight here, and he's going to take the inside line and probably easily going to take the place. Hard on the brakes, looks to the inside, makes the place stick and does the business. Is he going to keep it? David van Wyk looking on the inside now as they go past the Mustang. I mean, not the Mustang, the McLarens. McLaren is blocking, so there is going to be a gap. So Andre will keep that place. Richard van Heerden now also fighting for his life as everyone is coming past him in the wet. Oh, that's a lot to focus on. Well done to Andre now for taking that second place. David van Wyk in third. I don't know if it's his tires that are done or if it's damage. I think it's likely that he didn't change tires and now he is suffering. 7-second gap now between the two of them. So Johan closing the gap, but now there's only 1 minute left. So this will be the start of the last lap. He is going to go over the crest, cross the start-finish line, and then start the last lap of the race. Kyle Oosthuizen has done a brilliant job today. He is 75 seconds ahead of the next driver. David van Wyk still hanging on to Andre Serodio here. There is a yellow flag on track somewhere. Kyle coming around the last few corners here. He is going to be finishing the race in style. 73 seconds ahead of Andre Serodio. First place at Portimao in the wet. The final boss, the survivor of survivors. Well done to Kyle Oosthuizen in first place. And it started. We got Martin Jacobs now also finishing the race. He's going to be first in the LMGT3s. Heading down the last corner. He's got David van Wyk behind him over the crest. And Andre Serodio finishes in second place, with David van Wyk right behind him in third place. That's a podium finish for David van Wyk. Brilliant drive by him. Ari crosses the line. Let's watch Martin Jacobs. He's going through the last sector here. He will be finishing in first place in the LMGT3. Beautiful Ford. Goes over the crest here. Last corner. He will be the winner at Portimao. First place in the Ford. Number 79. Martin Jacobs is our winner tonight. Well done. Brilliant drive. Congratulations to Martin. Right. Then we got Johan Bluchnout right behind him. In second place, great drive by him as well. Strategy just did not pay off. And Martin's strategy did very well. Then Muat Musa coming in third place. Very well done. Very well driven to everyone who survived the race. Very well done to everyone. I am so happy with that result. It was a brilliant drive by everyone. That was spectacular.